Today we want to talk a little bit about some HD TVs that we have here in the store. We're primarily going to look at a couple areas. Why buy from Ritz and Wolf Camera, a little bit about LCD technology, also too a little bit about the Samsung product technology and performance, and then also too a transition of how we talk to customers about the TVs in the environment. So real quick, I just wanted to cover a couple key highlighted areas. When it comes to buying from Ritz Camera and Wolf Camera, there's some big advantages as far as value goes. And the first thing is frequent photo card members will save 5% off their TV, which can be up to as much as $60 off the TV. Already low competitive prices. On top of that, the free HD up-converting DVD player, which if you're not familiar with, $100 value. As long as you use the HDMI cable, you're going to up-convert standard definition DVDs and up-convert them to 1080p, giving you a much better picture quality than your standard DVD players in the past, as long as you're hooking them up correctly. And then the other is installation. We offer installation starting at $169 for your table mount installation. Anything wall mount, 30 inches and smaller, we're looking at just $199. If we go with anything bigger than 30 inches, we're looking for a $299 price point, so extremely affordable for professional installation. They will set up your TV, program all your remote control with all the existing equipment, so wonderful service. 18 months, no interest. We're competitive with all the other vendors out there. And then, looking at some of the things with us, right now, if you don't have TVs, we want to make sure that you're aware of the free shipping. If any customer wants to order in Ritz Express, there's all free shipping now. The other is price competitiveness. First off, we can match prices. If we do need to match a price on a TV, it's available. Plus, if they're IRC or frequent photo card member, they're still going to get their 5% off the free DVD player. So it's a great value. The other thing you probably want to make sure you pay attention to is every Monday we get price updates, and that means looking at competitors. If they have any lower prices, we're going to make sure that we update that in our systems. So always check that, make sure you know what's in the ads, and I think next we just want to talk about some LCD technology in general, since we have multiple formats out there. Jacob here is going to help me out with that. First off, why LCD over like maybe plasma or DLP?
LCD over DLP and plasma, in my role, is going to be because of gaming technology. Gaming technology is now high speed and bright colors. If I use any TV other than an LCD TV, I'm not going to acquire the color. I'm also not going to acquire the ability to not have screen burn-in. By not having the screen burn-in on my television, I'm going to have a longer life television itself. I'm going to have better pictures and always better color. LCD offers me a better response time as well. I can game a lot quicker. I don't see black lines around my images. Everything is nice, sharp, and crystal clear at all times. That's why I go with the LCD technology in my gaming industry.
Okay, and sports too. Sports would be another one.
Absolutely.
And so you look at some of those things. The other thing I found, with LCD technology is the power consumption is minimal. I know plasma technology and DLP have a pretty high power consumption rating, and that's become a little bit more of a big deal. Also, it's so much easier to get good, rich, high contrast colors, which people really want in the full HD experience. Obviously, with the light, thin style, we can have them wall mounted. But really looking at the LCD technology, I also look at the flexibility in the system itself, because one thing with plasma you've got to be careful with, if you lay a plasma down on its side, it actually ruins the system. So LCD systems are much more flexible in all-round purposes. So that's why we're sticking with LCD technology. Probably the next thing to talk about is Samsung as being one of our key lines. We are going to carry two of the Sharp pieces. But when I look at Samsung, I want to look at kind of what makes the picture phenomenal. And one of the things that Samsung has been really good at is its backlighting system, its fluorescent lamp backlighting system. And it's really just going to give you a sharper, brighter, higher contrast picture over maybe some of the competitive products. Maybe we should run down the list and kind of cover each of the TV systems and just a little bit about them. Maybe looking at the 26-inch piece first. What's your opinion on that?
I like the 26-inch piece. It will go in any accommodation, tight spaces, bedrooms, things of that nature. Maybe even in a kitchen, but you'll have room for this television. It still offers the high contrast ratio, even being a small TV. It's very versatile in the home.
Cool. Yeah, I would agree 100%. Great bedroom TV. Once we get in that 26-inch size, that is the average bedroom size TV in most households. Once you jump up to 32-inch, you're getting a much better experience on the bedroom style, or possibly living room. Now both of these TV pieces are 720p. When you get into the 720p TVs, a lot of people are concerned about quality. At this size of a TV, it's going to give you phenomenal performance. You won't be able to tell a difference because of the smaller screen size. Again, jumping up here, what are some of the things you're going to gain besides size? You're going to gain a higher contrast ratio and a faster response time for a very small price jump. So I really like the 32 inch as a next step up. On the other side, we have a 37-inch. A lot of people go, well, what do I gain with 37-inch? What are some things?
A 37-inch, it's a great size inside of a home. When the 32-inch TV is just not big enough for you, we can move up to a 37-inch. It's not going to be entirely too big for my living room. It won't be entirely too small for me to see across the room. It's a very versatile size, and it looks like a very big piece that will accommodate any entertainment center.
Hey guys, I just got a call in from one of our associates, and they were really wondering what the heck is response time.
All right.
What does that mean? How do we talk to a customer about response time and contrast ratio and fluorescent something? You know, how do, you know, call or stay on the line. We're going to get the question. We're going to get that question answered for you right away.
Well, yes, absolutely. Let's cover that right now before we move on. One of the things that people look at is response time, and what does that really mean to the customer? One, we're talking about gaming, being able to get the sharp, vivid colors and performance when actually gaming, but also too, a lot of people experience it with any sort of action and motion. What happens typically with the slower response time system is you get a smear, a blur, your images aren't sharp and crisp. And with HD, I mean, that's what you're looking for. So the lower the number, the better. One, we talk about contrast ratios. You want a higher contrast ratio. What does it do? It gives you that eye-popping, vivid HD experience versus a dull, flat experience. And then, you know, as far as some of the other things out there, what was one of the other questions?
Well, there was that you mentioned some fluorescent thing.
Oh yeah. You're wanting a bright picture. Everyone wants a brighter picture, and the fluorescent tubes in there are a technology that's going to give you a, you know, usually 20-25% brighter picture than your average competitor. Samsung's the largest manufacturer of LCD TVs in the U.S., so they're actually making a lot of systems for other companies, but they keep the technology in their systems at a much better price point, so you're going to get more for your money with Samsung. So I point out that. So hopefully that answers our listeners' question.
Oh, we got an email that just came in.
All right.
This associate's asking, well, why don't we have 50 televisions like Best Buy and some of the other folks? Why is it that we don't have this huge, wall of televisions?
Our televisions, we only carry the best in the field. They're going to be the utmost technology, the best value, and the best quality in TVs by far. We don't pick up all the other brands, because if it's a subpar brand, then why would we want to carry it? We offer the best in technology, the best LCDs to the market. That's why we chose what we went for.
Kind of like we did the research for you. Customer goes into a Best Buy, 50 TVs to look for. How do they make a decision? Why not have Ritz Camera and Wolf Camera, the professionals here, make a great buying decision, give you plenty of options for your lifestyle needs, but really get the option of, we've done the research for you and found the best performance pieces and the most value added. So excellent question. Definitely we want to pass that along. Now we were covering the jump from the 32 to the 37. One of the other things that we didn't mention is it's a full 1080p TV. Once you jump up to that bigger size, you're going to get a true high definition experience, and that's important. The other is the 37-inch and also the 40-inch TV have a technology to help reproduce the blacks better. So what you're looking at is on a lot of TVs that are entry level, it can't reproduce the color black. You don't get true contrast definition, and you're going to look at the color enhancer that's really going to do a much better job of giving you true colors. And of course, each time you jump up to the TVs, you get a little bit faster response time and more contrast ratios. So the higher the contrast, again, the brighter, the more vivid the picture. Jumping up to the 40-inch, of course, another beautiful piece. And price point, perfect living room size TV. And really what you're looking at here is, it's probably, if you're going living room style, this is the route you're going to go. If you're going bedroom style, you may be looking at something a little bit smaller. The other thing, too, just to look at in overall LCD and our HD experience is what can you do with the HD TVs? It's really a lifestyle product, and everything revolves around the TV. So, you said gaming. Obviously, we've got a lot of people doing gaming, movies. But what about the picture experience? A lot of these cameras, including like the D300 and some of the previous videos, we hooked up with HDMI, and we were able to do live view directly on the TV. Not only live view, but it was so much easier to show the customer the menu systems and how simplistic it was. I also really love to be able to show and play back my memories. And so it's one of those HD experiences with all those memories from a vacation or graduation and so on. Other than that, we probably want to look at too, it is optional to do a full media experience, and a lot of people will look at the Arcos TV product, which we talked briefly about in some of the other trainings, and it gives you the ability to access your PC from your TV wirelessly through your Wi-Fi network, and it's a full HD experience with your desktop being much larger than life. So that was some of the things I wanted to cover there.
We got another email. Jason in Florida wants to know, well, how does this whole thing that's happening in February 2009 going to impact our televisions?
Actually, that's where I was going next. So perfect timing. If you want to explain that, February 19th, 2008 or 2009, what's going to happen?
The entire country is going to make the jump to digital. Everything is going to be broadcasted in digital. All of the old analog TVs or the small standard definition TVs that you've had for years and come to love, they're going to have to be replaced. What's going to happen is you're going to have a TV that will no longer get the signal. Technology is moving along, and we're going to offer you the technology to move along with. All of our TVs are digital compatible. In the transition in 2009, you're going to be able to use any TV that we sell in your home. We're still offering the affordable solutions to them as well, so you too can still have the TV that you always love to watch, and you'll have it in digital so that nobody's going to interfere with your progress.
Right. And there's the option with the standard definition TV to get a converter box, or if they're using cable or satellite, they're okay. But really what's so amazing about jumping up into this technology is we're going to have over-the-air broadcast in HD. Typically you'll have a standard definition in digital, and you'll have an HD station. And actually by using this with the HD tuners that are built in and getting an over-the-air broadcast, many times the quality of the picture is better than your traditional cable and satellite HD stations because of the lack of compression. So we don't want to get into compression now, but much better picture quality. So February 19th, 2009, everyone's going to really need to step up to digital. It's where everything's going, and we want to make sure we're there for the customer to help them transition into that. So anything you want to add?
Now, you're not going to notice the difference in your TV until you actually go home and replace one, but I assure you, as soon as you step up to a nice high-definition LCD TV, your whole world's going to change. The way you watch TV changes.
Yeah, absolutely. So now we got to probably look at how do I transition into a TV sale when I'm talking about a camera or camcorder or just having someone browse. And one of the things we can look at is if you're with a camera customer or a camcorder customer, especially HD camcorder customer, one of the questions would be, have you gone HD? The other could be, are you a frequent photo card member? That gives you the transition of, hey, by the way, I've got an introductory offer for your frequent photo card membership. I'm going to save you 5% off the TV. I'm going to give you a free $100 value HD up converting DVD players. Converts all your standard definition to give you a high definition effect. And then the other option is whenever I'm showing the video cameras, I actually come over here. What's easier to show the customer, a 3-inch LCD screen of the picture they just took of their kids, or on a 40-inch screen? So it gives you the option of being able to walk over here, plug it in. It's just helping them make a great decision on the camera or camcorder. And while you're at it, you can ask them the question, have you gone HD yet? If they have, you also can look at, have they gone HD and changed over their TVs in all the rooms, which is usually not the case. So that gives you the option of getting them a great package with the 18 months. Anytime you're buying a camera and you add on a TV, the wonderful thing is you can get the whole package for 18 months. So that's kind of nice.
Absolutely. And also on their camcorders and cameras, when you are plugging back into the TV to display them, between standard def and high definition, take one of each over. It's such a night and day difference. You'll love to see it.
Yeah, really, what I always like to do is plug in the HDMI to the HD camcorder first and look at it and see life in HD, and then switch down to the standard definition, and it's like, oh, yeah, I can't go that route. So really what you want to look at is, even if someone's not planning on going HD right away, it gives you the opportunity to prepare for it. And you know, whether you're going on vacation. The other thing too, when we're talking about HD, is passport customers. People come in for passports all the time. Ask them where they're going. We had someone in today. They're going to Paris. So one of the questions is, hey, would you like to capture Paris in HD and play it back on an HD player? It gives an opportunity to look at both a HD camcorder sale and an HD picture display. So,
Or digital SLR.
or digital SLR, absolutely. Really, you target all three of those areas. But those are some of the things we wanted to look at today. Do you have anything you want to throw in?
Text toy message question. Are we going to carry any Sony?
Two.
Two Sony models.
Okay.
A 27 and a 32 inch.
Excellent.
Is there anything unique that you know about Sony that, that you kind of give a precursor about the Sony Bravia or whatever?
Absolutely. One of the wonderful things about Sony is with many of the camcorders, when you plug the camcorder in HDMI, it automatically syncs your computer, your TV, and programs your TV remote control to operate the camcorder. So if you've ever had someone take a camcorder home and call you up and go, I plugged it into my TV and I can't see the picture, you have to tell them to hit the input button. You plug it in, it automatically switches over to the video camera. When you unplug it, it goes back to the beginning. It's going to give them a lot of interconnectivity with Sony camcorders like that SR10 that you probably enjoy selling. Some of the other things with Sony is they're typically always going to give you a reliable picture, reliable life. So if you're a big Sony fan, it's going to be excellent. If you're going typically for the budget-in product with a good performance for the money, I usually look at Samsung. So it really just depends on your needs, of course. Anything on the Sony side that you want to throw in?
I like the Sony side. They use a lot of their equipment to work in conjunction with their other camcorders. If you do have a Sony camcorder, why not make the Sony route? That way everything in your house is in sync and it's all the same quality product as well. No variations and everything is easy to use.
Yeah, you probably have a PS3. I know typically with Sony, you're going to get usually one more HDMI input than you do with usually the traditional other products. And the more HDMI you're going to need for the cable box, for the PS3, for your DVD player, Blu-ray, possibly in your camcorder. So there's a lot of different options there. So I absolutely.
And don't forget that on the up-converting HD DVD player as well, that's going to work with any TV, whether it's Sony, Samsung, or Shure.
Absolutely. You just want to use HDMI to plug it in. And that's one thing that you want to make sure you don't forget is equipping the customer with HDMI cables, the proper ones. We carry the mini HDMI cables for the camcorders. We carry the full-size HDMI cables for TVs and something like the D300.
On the component cables that are coming with the camcorders, yes, they do come in the box. Yes, they will transfer information in HD. However, the difference will be when you do go up to an HDMI cable, they now have one cable, not multiple inputs. And the number two that's going to be a great thing about HDMI, it transfers in true HD. It's true digital. It's not just trying to filter them out and filter them all back into one line. You now have one cable that does the full quality for you.
Yeah, and not only full quality picture, but also audio. So the HDMI carries your audio and your video, whereas component cables only carry video. And then the other part to look at is with the HDMI cables, you're going to get a full 1080p experience, whereas with the component cables, typically your TVs will only support 1080 interlaced. So you're going to get, what that means is, of course, again, a clearer, sharper picture, no jaggy edges around curves. So that's really important. It's a good thing.
Oh, we got another email from Susan in Rockville. She wanted to know whether, because they have the 18 months financing for televisions, if she sold a camera with that, would that camera still get the 18 months or would that go down to 10 months?
Absolutely. So when you're selling a camera, you just ask them if they want 18 months and add on the TV.
And we're 18 months on the entire package as well, not just the electronic items.
Yeah. Cool. Anything else? All right. I think we're good here. Well, thank you very much.